Just waiting while people finish arriving. Okay, so let's make a start. I forgot to introduce everybody we had in the Tara cabin yesterday, so I'll do it again today. So we have Sarah, who didn't get introduced yesterday, although probably lots of you know her anyway. We have Annabeth, and we have Mighty Davy tonight, and we've got Natalia in the corner on tech. Yeah, there we go. Natalia waving. Lovely. Right, so what we've got this evening is a puja dedicated to the Buddha Amitabha, and the theme of the puja is devotion itself. This meant that I had so many different things that I wanted to include in the puja, and I could have done a year's worth of puja with the amount of things I wanted to put in. So I've limited it to 5 readings, but they're not all long. Anyhow, so as I said this morning, we're going to be doing again the Amitabha Puja that was adapted by Ratan Shuri that we did earlier in the week. And what shall I say about the devotion theme? So actually, I'm going to read this Reggie Ray quote that we had this morning again because I love it so much. So he says, "Devotion is the most subtle and sophisticated attitude that a person can have towards reality. It is a recognition of the truth of egolessness. So powerful is genuine devotion that once we fully acknowledge that we have lost the thread and all hope of finding the way, the answer is already there." So hopefully in this puja, we can, all of us, have a chance to be as devotional as we feel we want to be this evening. It's just a shame we're not all in the same place, because I just think we'd be having a really fab puja all together. We're also theming this puja around these lines by Shinran. "We who are like bits of broken tiles and rubble will be transmuted into gold." So hopefully you've brought your broken thing to the puja, and we have pieces of broken china and bottles and so on here. And in the first offering section, in the first mantra, I'd invite you to take your broken thing and just place it on the shrine. And it's like we're placing ourselves just as we are at the feet of Amitabha. And that's just fine. It's very interesting about this concept of broken. Something's only broken if we have an idea that it should be different. If it's completely fine as it is, well, it's not broken, is it? Look, this is a completely perfect piece of what looks like 1980s dinner plate. Okay, so the running order of the puja will be, after we've saluted the shrine, then Natalia is going to read a Rumi poem called Love Dogs. And so this is self-surrender in a Sufi mystic Islamic context. And, in the poem he talks about Allah and that, but the dynamic he's talking about the value of longing and the value of calling, regardless of what response we're getting. Anyway, it's a very beautiful poem, and Natalia will read it. And then we will sit for a few minutes, and then we'll start the puja. So after the worship section, we'll have a reading from Annabeth, and she's reading from the Sutra of Golden Light. Constantly, constantly, I recollect the Buddha. And it's like this sort of passionate longing for the presence of the Buddha. Then we'll have the Amitabha mantra, which Annabeth is also going to lead us in, and offer your broken things. After that, there's a going for refuge section, and then we'll chant the refuges and precepts in unison after that. Then Bodhisattva Aspiration. And after that, we're going to have a reading from a really beautiful puja written by Claire Molyneux, who's on this retreat with us. And it's actually the offering section of her puja, but I just love it because it's like we offer all that we are, we offer everything, we offer every part of us. And we just bring that into relation with Amitabha. Nothing else needs to happen. And Maichi Devi is going to be reading that. Then we have sections of the puja, confession and praise. After praise, Akashanandi will be reading today's sections of the Tanisho, very beautifully as always. Then entreaty. And after that, Sarah will be reading something else that Shinran wrote, which is about plants, trees and land all attaining Buddhahood. And it's just like this, like we were talking today about it more being like a web of enlightening with like, and sometimes we're receiving and sometimes we're giving. And yeah, I really love that reading. So Sarah's going to give us that after entreaty. Then the Heart Sutra, final section of the puja, gratitude and resolution. Amitabha mantra at the end. And then we will do concluding mantras of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that we have focused on this week. So Shakyamuni, Avalokiteshvara, Maitreya and Varochana. And that will be the end of the puja. Okay, so let's salute the three jewels in the person of Amitabha Buddha. In call and response. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dhammaya. Namo Dhammaya. Namo Sanghaya. Namo Sanghaya. Namo Namah. Namo Namah. Om. Om. Ha. Ha. Hom. Hom.
One night A man was crying, Allah, Allah. His lips grew sweet with the praising until a cynic said, So, I have heard you calling out, but have you ever gotten any response? The man had no answer to that. He quit praying and fell into a confused sleep. He dreamed he saw Kadir, the guide of souls, in a thick green foliage. Why did you stop praising? Because I never heard anything back. This longing you express is the return message. The grief you cry out from draws you towards union. Your pure sadness that wants to help is the secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. There are love dogs no one knows the names of. Give your life to be one of them.
Puja dedicated to the Buddha Amitabha. Worship. Amitabha of infinite light.
Amitabha of infinite light.
I worship you.
I worship you.
With the golden light of the setting sun.
With the golden light of the setting sun.
Glancing and glittering.
Glancing and glittering.
On the silken sea.
On the silken sea.
I worship you.
I worship you.
With the soft translucent light.
With the soft translucent light.
That filters through the petals of flowers.
That filters through the petals of flowers.
Again I worship you.
Again I worship you.
With the light that reflects.
With the light that reflects.
On the tiny beads of dew.
On the tiny beads of dew.
That collects on roses.
That collects on roses.
In the early morn.
In the early morn.
Amitabha, I bow down to you.
Amitabha, I bow down to you.
With the inner light of meditation.
With the inner light of meditation.
To you who is the essence.
To you who is the essence.
Of stillness in meditation.
Of stillness in meditation. Constantly, constantly I recollect the Buddha, and constantly I long for a sight of him. And always, constantly I make a resolve in order to see the Buddha Son. Constantly kneeling on the ground, I am consumed with longing to see the Buddha. Weeping pitifully for the sake of the leader, I long to see him who has attained supreme bliss. I am constantly ablaze with the fire of longing. Give me the cool water of your appearance, O conqueror. Gladden me with your compassion. Out of mercy and compassion, show yourself to me. Grant me your appearance, a glimpse of your serene form, for the world with its gods has been delivered by you. For you have shown that all beings are by nature a dream, like space, like the sky by nature, resembling magical illusions or a mirage, like the moon's reflection on the still waters of a lake. Empty are all beings, so you have shown. And the sphere of the Tathagata is pure like crystal. The conqueror has entered the city of the supreme nectar of the Dharma. He is able to bring to beings unlimited blessings. The sphere of the Tathagata is subtle, wonderful, and very profound. Among all beings, none is able to know it. Among even the greatest of the world's sages, none is able to know it. Now I have no doubt concerning the sphere of the Buddha. May he therefore, out of mercy and compassion, show himself to me. Om Amida Hri. Om Amida Hri. Om Amida Hri. Om Amida
Om Amideva Om Amideva going for refuge. Om.
Om.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
And with you go for refuge.
And with you go for refuge.
To the Buddha Shakyamuni.
To the Buddha Shakyamuni.
Ah.
Ah.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
And with you go for refuge.
And with you go for refuge.
To the Dharma.
To the Dharma.
Hong.
Hong.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
I go for refuge to you, Amitabha.
And with you go for refuge.
And with you go for refuge.
To the Sangha.
To the Sangha.
Refuges and precepts.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Kamesu Michachara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Suramerya Maja Pamadatana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With deeds of loving kindness, I purify my body. With open-handed generosity, I purify my body. With stillness, simplicity, and contentment, I purify my body. With truthful communication, I purify my speech. With mindfulness clear and radiant, I purify my mind.
Bodhisattva Aspiration. To enable all beings to attain Buddhahood.
To enable all beings to attain Buddhahood,
I shall develop the supreme bodhicitta.
I shall develop the supreme bodhicitta.
May sentient beings possess happiness with its causes.
May sentient beings possess happiness with its causes.
Be parted from grief with its causes.
Be parted from grief with its causes.
Not to be parted from the happiness.
Not to be parted from the happiness.
Wherein no grief is.
Wherein no grief is.
And dwell in the condition of equanimity.
And dwell in the condition of equanimity.
I offer the sea, the sky, the earth and air. I offer my heart, just as it is, with its many faults. I offer the fire that burns in leaf and cell. I offer the sun and stars. I offer my heart, just as it is. I offer the rage that flames in me, the love. I offer the gentleness and the hatred. I offer the pride, the envy, the ignorance. May they be transformed. I offer my hunger, the depths of my hunger, every last crumb, each final drop and trickle. The Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha are deeper than hunger. Help me to know this in every cell of my body. I offer the stars, the moon, the sun, the flowing waters, the wild creatures. I offer the universe in all its wonder. I offer my heart just as it is. I offer my heart.
Confession. Om.
Om.
Under the power of unawareness.
Under the power of unawareness.
In whatever way I have strayed from Amitabha.
In whatever way I have strayed from Amitabha.
I confess.
I confess.
Om Amideva Hri.
Om Amideva Hri.
Om.
Om.
I confess all broken samaya of body.
I confess all broken samaya of body.
I prostrate and give praise to your body.
I prostrate and give praise to your body.
Ah.
Ah.
I confess all broken samaya of speech.
I confess all broken samaya of speech.
I prostrate and give praise to your speech.
I prostrate and give praise to your speech.
Hong.
Hong.
I confess all broken samaya of mind.
I confess all broken samaya of mind.
I prostrate and give praise to your mind.
I prostrate and give praise to your mind.
Om Amideva Hri.
Om Amideva Hri.
praise. Om.
Om.
You who sit in deep stillness,
You who sit in deep stillness,
your body glowing with compassion,
your body glowing with compassion,
to the Dharmakaya,
to the Dharmakaya,
I prostrate and give praise.
I prostrate and give praise.
Ah,
Ah,
you whose speech is like music of Dharma,
you whose speech is like music of Dharma,
your discriminating wisdom
your discriminating wisdom
looks with the eyes of compassion
looks with the eyes of compassion
to the Sambhogakaya.
to the Sambhogakaya.
I prostrate and give praise.
I prostrate and give praise.
Hum,
Hum,
you whose mind encompasses
you whose mind encompasses
all compassion and wisdom,
all compassion and wisdom,
to the Nirmanakaya.
to the Nirmanakaya.
I prostrate and give praise.
I prostrate and give praise.
There is a difference in compassion between the path of sages and the path of Pure Land. The compassion in the path of sages is expressed through pity, sympathy, and care for all beings. But rare is it that one can help another as completely as one desires. The compassion in the path of Pure Land is to quickly attain Buddhahood, saying the Nembutsu, and with the true heart of compassion and love, save all beings completely as we desire. In this life, no matter how much pity and sympathy we may feel for others, it is impossible to help another as we truly wish. Thus, our compassion is inconsistent and limited. Only the saying of Nembutsu manifests the complete, never-ending compassion, which is true, real, and sincere. I, Shinran, have never even once uttered the Nembutsu for the sake of my father and mother. The reason is that all beings have been fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, in the timeless process of birth and death. When I attain Buddhahood in the next birth, each and every one will be saved. If it were a good accomplishment by my own powers, then I could transfer the accumulated merits of Nembutsu to save my father and mother. But since such is not the case, when we become free from self-power and quickly attain the enlightenment of the Pure Land, we will save those bound closest to us through transcendental powers, no matter how deeply they are immersed in the karmic sufferings of the 6 realms and the 4 modes of birth.
entreaty and supplication. Wondrous is the Buddha of limitless light.
Wondrous is the Buddha of limitless light,
As are the great compassionate ones,
as are the great compassionate ones,
and the ones of great power,
and the ones of great power,
all the countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
all the countless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
I supplicate with one-pointed devotion.
I supplicate with one-pointed devotion.
Bless me,
Bless me,
so that I may attain to the limitless light.
so that I may attain to the limitless light.
The Tathagata pervades the countless worlds. It fills the hearts and minds of the ocean of all beings. Thus, plants, trees, and land all attain Buddhahood. Since it is with this heart and mind of all sentient beings that they entrust themselves to the vow of the Dharmakaya as compassion, Amida Buddha. This entrusting is none other than Buddha nature.
The Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of compassion, when he meditated deeply, saw the emptiness of all five skandhas and sundered the bonds that caused him suffering. Here then, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form. Form is only emptiness, emptiness only form. Feeling, thought and choice, consciousness itself, are the same as this. All things are by nature void. They are not born or destroyed, nor are they stained or pure, nor do they wax or wane. So, in emptiness, no form, no feeling, thought or choice, nor is there consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no colour, sound, smell, taste, touch, or what the mind takes hold of, nor even act of sensing, no ignorance or end of it, nor all that comes from ignorance, no withering, no death, no end of them, nor is there pain or cause of pain, or cease in pain, or noble path to lead from pain, not even wisdom to attain. Attainment too is emptiness. So know that the Bodhisattva, holding to nothing whatever, but dwelling in prajna wisdom, is freed of delusive hindrance, rid of the fear bred by it, and reaches clearest nirvana. All Buddhas of past and present, Buddhas of future time, using this prajna wisdom, come to full and perfect vision. Hear then the great Dharani, the radiant peerless mantra, the prajna paramita,
whose words allay all pain. Hear and believe its truth. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhiswaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhiswaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhiswaha.
Gratitude and resolution. Amitabha,
Amitabha,
from the sun orb of your grace,
from the sun orb of your grace,
your radiant rays of light
your radiant rays of light
have shone forth and opened wide
have shone forth and opened wide
the lotus petals of my heart,
the lotus petals of my heart,
which breathes forth fragrance,
which breathes forth fragrance,
born of knowledge,
born of knowledge,
for which I am ever bounden unto you.
for which I am ever bounden unto you.
Vouchsafe to bless me in my efforts,
Vouchsafe to bless me in my efforts,
that good may come
that good may come
to every sentient being.
to every sentient being.
Not one movement
Not one movement
will I give to any worldly purpose,
will I give to any worldly purpose,
but body, speech, and mind
but body, speech, and mind
I dedicate to you.
I dedicate to you. Om Amida Hri. Om Amida Hri.
Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Amitabha Hri. Om Mani Mani. Om Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mani Mani.
Om Mani Mani.
Mahamani.
Mahamani.
Shakyamani.
Shakyamani.
Swaha.
Swaha.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
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 Om Maitri.
Om Maitri.
Mahamaitri.
Maitri.
Maitri Swaha.
Maitri Swaha.
Om Maitri.
Om Maitri.
Mahamaitri.
Maitri.
Maitri Swaha.
Maitri Swaha.
Om Maitri.
Om Maitri.
Mahamaitri.
Maitri.
Maitri Swaha.
Maitri Swaha.
Om Varochana Hum.
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 Om Varochana